probably should have played this when Sonic 3 came out. The third Sonic movie, anyway. This is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine on the Sega Genesis. It's actually being played on the XBox1. I want to say this is actually the North American localization of Puyo Puyo, a game that I played a bit on this channel. It was one of the first It was the first PlayStation 4 game I rented from the library when I got my PlayStation 4. It was included as part of the Tetris bundle, I want to say. I want to say I also played the arcade version of Puyo Puyo on this channel when I was playing Yakuza games. I was playing Yakuza, and it was in one of the virtual arcades. Puyo Puyo is a match 4 puzzle game. Came out in, I want to say, the early 90s, and it was reasonably popular in Japan, apparently. It had a versus mode in it that was incredibly popular at the time. And I would say I was not a huge fan of it when I played it, because it seemed too brutal. But this game might try to kind of chill on some of the how brutal the game can be, because again, it's a match 4 game. But as I recall, the arcade game had a really rough like difficulty spike. Like very early on, the game would just start pounding you with pieces that would just fall way faster than you can keep up. This might actually limit some of that, which would help me out immensely. We'll see how it goes. We have blues here, so let's set that up. So we have blues here, and we got a purple coming up, so I gotta make this interesting. Whoop! Crap. Okay, those rocks that are in the middle of the field, you can only get rid of those by by doing a 4-color match next to the rock. So you gotta clear it out. There is no tutorial, unfortunately. But we'll be fine, as I'm willing to lose here while I explain the rest of the game's rules. So, whoops, that's going to be bad. Let's set this up. We'll make it work. Yeah, we'll make it work. Playfield is not that large, so we don't have a lot of room to move around. So we got rid of that rock by clearing out those purples, and unfortunately he dumped another, like, 6 or 7 right in my lap, so that's always amazing. What else we got? We can see the piece that's coming, so that saves us a bit of trouble, but it's going to be rough. That's good, and that's a chain. Fantastic. So chains mean the enemy is going to get more crap dropped on them. No complaints for your boy. Yellows, we have yellows coming. We have a blue right next to the yellows. Let's, whoops, crap. See if we can set this up. Good enough. That's good enough. You have another yellow coming up? Not yet. Let's get this red out the way. That'll drop the purple into place. Green's not really in effect. So we'll get at the next purple match going. One button is for rotating clockwise. The other button is for rotating counterclockwise. That's all you need to know. That's really all you need to know. It's Puyo Puyo. Okay, we'll clear out those blues in a second. Okay, we got no blues are coming up. We got reds. We have reds. Let's see if we can set this up. I'll ignore the greens for now. Yellows are good. We have another yellow. We'll drop a green around top of it. Reds are clear, so we'll get a blue. We got it. That's a double. So I think we're gonna win. It's looking pretty good for your boy. Whoa! Or not. That's gonna mess you up. So yeah, I think I'm done. Wow, that was a turnaround. There we go. I have another yellow coming up. This is not good. This is not good. We have to take that L. We gotta take the L. I'm not gonna try and save this. Darn it. Yeah, see, I couldn't slide him around. So like I said, we'll take the L. Wow! I won! I thought I was going to have to take that L. How did I survive that? Holy crap. That is rough, dog. Do a quick save. That dog, that is wow. There's a fast forward and a rewind button. How? How? Holy crap. So apparently this game for the localization took some they took the IP from the Deke animated series. That was The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. So that probably explains why the character designs are similar to the ones in that show than from the original Japanese games. We'll just can we move the greens over. Ugh, bad move right off the bat. We'll make it work elsewhere. We'll get the blues eventually, so to speak. We can get the blue in here. That'll drop the green into whoops to a roaring start. I'm gonna have hosed myself with those bad greens. Let's get the purple down in place. Okay. Can we get a blue? No, let's get a red. No, let's do it this way. We'll leave a purple alone. Green is ready. Red. We'll leave that blue alone. We'll drop some yellows in place. I don't know if the place where you make the matches determines what drops. We have a red and yellow coming up. So the red can be on the right side. Yeah, I saw the rock. I saw the rock. See at the top of the screen? On the left side where I am, the top of the columns, there's a rock that's going to get dropped on the right-hand side. So, handy. We have a yellow coming up. Yellow, purple. I can do that. Another purple. Can't drop it in there. Do with that. Greens can't match. We'll do it over here. Oh, crap. We have a purple. Don't worry. We'll be fine. We'll drop the green below it. Crap. Yellow. That's good. Green is good with the blue. We'll do that. Then we'll drop some blues into place later. We have a green here, so that's good. Where's the blue? Blue's coming up. We'll make that work. No blue yet. Can't drop the red. I need a blue right here. Crap. Purple is fine. We need to clear out some of these purples. That's out. Purple over here. Blue and yellow. Good at whoop. Not great. Can't do that. Purple's good. Okay. We got a bunch more. We got a bunch more rocks coming. Yeah. Darn it. Green, not good enough. We'll make it work. Yeah, I can't do green matches now. Yellow. Crap. We have to do reds to clear out these rocks. Whoops. Hosed myself there. Yeah, that's bad. That was a match. I got rid of a match. Whoops. I needed that match. Yeah, I needed that match, dog. Okay, we're gonna take the L here. So we'll go one more time. Yeah. This game is rough, man. Jeez. How many continues do I have? Puyo Puyo is no game, man. It is really harsh. I do kind of like the assets they got here. They added a lot of interesting detail, so I kind of appreciate that. Red's over here. We're gonna need a green in just a second, so I'll clear that out. Here come the rocks right off the bat. Can't do that. We'll set up a green. Reds and blues over here. Yeah, blues are coming up with a green, so we can match that over here. We have a blue over here with the yellow. Doesn't really help. We'll set that up. Blues over here on the red side, right side. Blue over here. We'll set up that match. So that's ready. More blues doesn't help us. Blues don't help us. So I can drop a purple. Yeah, we'll drop a purple. Blue, good, close. Get the green match first. Okay, reds. Take care of the reds. They'll clear out a couple of the rocks. Blue. Yellow's good. Yeah, so we got that match. Okay, another blue is not ready. Purple. We'll set that up later. Greens we can do right now. Green, purple. Good enough. Purple, yellow. Maybe. Set that up for later. I lost a blue match. We'll use this one instead. Okay, so that's good enough. I need a green. Where'd I put the green? Put it over here. We have yellows over here. Good enough. There's a yellow I can set up now. Good. Here's my yellow. I can do my reds. Where are my purples? Over here. Okay, that's good. Blue over here. Blue and purple. Can't do it. You set up a match another way. We can't do the purple match yet. That's not good. That can't be good. Crap. Greens. We got a green coming up in the next match. All right, another green coming up. Can't match it with anything, though. Give me another green. We got a bunch of rocks coming. Every single time. Yeah. This game is really brutal, man. I swear. It's just a puzzle game, dog. They made a puzzle game for Street Fighter fans. Yeah. Jane Daniels and the Commander's going to be playing in a second. Blue and green on the other side. Yeah, another yellow coming up with the blue, so let's set that up. There we go. Purple, green, purple, blue. Give me another blue. Green's coming up, so we'll set the green over here. And where's the yellow go with the purple? Down here. Yeah, drop these pieces in a hurry, dog. Killing me. Purple over here. Blue. We're doing blue. Okay, red's not in place. Green is. Get the green out the way. Red and blue. Blue doesn't help me. Purple. Can't do the purple yet. Line it up over here. Yellow. Can't do the yellow yet. Just line them up. Blue can drop if we need it. So we need reds. That's good. Bah! Every time. Every freaking time. I don't know what to do with these. And he dropped a rock. It's one of those games, man. It's driving me up the wall. Where's my green? Can't do it yet. And I took away my blue match when I did that. I just freaked out. I freaked out, man. Okay, that's out. He's slipping a little bit. Up, here come a bunch of... I thought he was slipping. Guess he made that into an opportunity. Yeah. We're done. Wow. This is stage 2. What is this, Lion King? This is Battletoads? Killing me, Smalls. I need a password for real. I guess we'll have to save the game the other way. We have a password, so that's not bad. We have another blue coming up. Or we did. Whoops! I don't know what that was about. I really don't. I just flipped out, I guess. This game is completely off its nut. This is a puzzle game, dog. That, and I got more rocks. Never really was a fan of these versus puzzle games. Although I do love Tetris Attack, but this is driving me nuts, dog. Because there are just so few opportunities to actually win. Like, it's too brutal. The penalty anytime you make a mistake is absolutely brutal. It's just too harsh. Yeah, we got this. Blue coming up. I got see a blue coming up. Okay, we got another red with a blue. So that cleared out some room. And more rocks coming. What do they want me to do here at this point? You guys keep dumping too many rocks on me. I guess I'm not making enough matches is the problem. I'm not making them quickly enough, which is the other issue. I don't have a green. Got one now. See, I'm not making matches quick enough. This is driving me nuts. So I had a password. I don't know what the password was. No, I don't want to continue. Holy crap, dog. What kind of game is this? You know, it's just a cute little puzzle game like Columns or Tetris, I guess. Like, no, it's just absolutely freaking brutal. Again, Puyo Puyo is a bit much, so we're going to do exercise mode. Exercise mode is what you'd expect. Actually, I think exercise mode is just like a challenge mode. Not even sure what it represents. Because I was able to do reasonably well when I started playing. Before I started recording commentary, I did the exercise mode just to see how the game plays. It's really tough. So the pieces start out falling really fast, like right off the bat. So it's a solo mode. Purple with... let's do it this way. This music's pretty good. Got that Yamaha synth grinding. And how do you want to do this? We'll do it this way. Clear the purples out. So there are no rocks to clear, so that's good. We got a purple coming up. And a purple-yellow. So we'll drop the yellow into place. How do you want to do this? Yeah, let the yellow drop. Green. Got green coming up. There's your green match. What? Okay, fine. We'll do that. We'll do that. We're fine. So we clear out a couple of columns. It's probably a better move anyway. Clear out a couple. And we got another purple-green. Purple here. Let the yellow drop. Reds will be clear in a second. Yellow. Let the purple drop. Reds, fine. We'll get the greens involved. So that's how I guess that's how you determine what pieces drop in the rotate into what position. If you see a red next to a green, if you see a red-green piece coming up, then you can like move that red piece over next to the green, knowing that it will drop into place. That's probably how you do it. Yellow on the right. Yellow on the right. Blue, green. We don't have to drop quickly. I guess we get more points if we drop quickly. Yeah, you get more points if you drop quickly. Yeah, you get based on the height where you start, when you hold the down button. The down button drops the pieces more quickly. The higher you are when you hold down the button, the more points you get. Not a lot, but you can see the number in the center of the screen going up very quickly when I do that. We can get more greens. Okay, this green's ready. So that'll be our purple. We need a blue. Not a lot of room for these. We'll just drop the purple here. Purple, blue, perfect. Game's getting really fast in a hurry, unfortunately. Purple, red, perfect. Purple, blue. Green, red. Not a lot of options. That's good enough. See if can we clear out the red eventually? We have yellows. The red will come up in a second. There's the red. We'll get a yellow over there eventually. Yeah, we'll get a yellow in place. Don't worry. We'll drop a yellow sometime. I don't know when. Good enough. Yeah, it's getting way too fast. Purple. Wrong way. And now I lost my yellow. Here comes the yellow. Wow, that was close. Again, it's too fast at this point. That's, I mean, the game just escalates too quickly. It's just, yeah, the game escalates too quickly. So after a while, it just becomes unfun because you can't keep up. Again, if they gave you a choice of like difficulty levels, that would be a bit better, but this is just way too brutal, way too quickly. There we go. So here come the greens. So I'm going to save myself as long as I can. Whoops, that was bad. Yeah, I got myself into trouble here. Where are the purples? Yeah, I missed my purple match. That might do me in. Can I get my green? There it is. That was a yellow anyway. Got it. Barely surviving. Because now it's slowed down a bit. I think once I made a certain number of matches, it slowed down a bit, but whatever. Yes, that was rough, man. So I get more points if I increase the level. Don't know what that level means, by the way. Is that how quickly it speeds up? Another red coming up. Red, purple. Over here. Yellow in the middle. Blue is fine. There we go. Purple, red on the side. Drop it over there. It's way too fast, dog. Wow. Yellow over here. Me a blue. Yeah, it's just way too fast, way too quickly. It drives me nuts. So this is our exercise mode, huh? I get the exercise. Bounce. Okay, we'll just take the L. Look, I love Tetris Attack. I love Tetris Sphere. I love Pokemon Puzzle Challenge. Titleist. I need to play Titleist. It's on my laptop. This is absolutely brutal. So how do I bounce? How do I leave? Yeah, how do I leave? Well, I could do it this way. I could leave this way and just reset the console. You'd think there would be an option to pause the game and go to a menu where you can just reset that way. But anyway. Yeah, man, this game's brutal. I have to keep saying it because there's this game, Columns is on here, but I have a Columns cartridge on my Model 1 Genesis in the other room. That's part of the Genesis 6-pack. So Columns is okay. I'll play Columns 3 later. I don't think I've ever played Columns 3. I forgot they even had a sequel. So we'll do versus mode just to see, but yeah, this game is just ugh. I love this music. This is a very good song. There's a Super Famicom version of Puyo Puyo. Oh, it's versus. Okay. Okay. All right. But there's a Super Famicom version of this song that's not as good. This sounds like but this song sounds like something out of Thunder Force. I love it. So I guess when we end the video, we'll let you listen to it. So we got to bounce out of this. So let's listen to the music on the way out. But this was so if we're doing a rating of Sega Genesis games, where would this rank? In fact, where is it? Yeah, where is Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine? So if I were to favorite this, where would it be? So if this were our favorite, how do we move it back? I guess they're just in alphabetical order, so that's the problem. Okay. So where would this rank? Well, this would not be a favorite. So I would put Mean Bean Machine. I'd put it ahead of Golden Axe, which is kind of just trash. So it's ahead of Golden Axe. I thought we could move these around. I guess we can't. Use the magic when no enemies are present. Okay. That's hilarious. So what's the achievement for this? Tough. No, start in the middle of a game, get a score of at least 4. Good luck. 4K, they said, huh? Not going to happen. See if you can get your bearings. This isn't so bad. But stage 3, though. Okay. So we can get some practice with stage 3. That's cool. Purple. So blue next to the purple then. See? That's my logic. Yellow. Don't have anywhere to put the yellow. We'll do the blue instead. Ugh. God. I really do dislike. I have a strong distaste for how brutal this game is. How unrelenting it is. Like I was fine with Star Sweep, Puzzle Star Sweep on the PlayStation 1, which I believe I still own. I have that, and I think I have Tall Unlimited too. But it just gets way too hard, way too quickly. It's just the worst. So we're gonna bounce out of this. Not trying to get 4K on this freaking difficulty level. So again, ranking of Genesis games. This is in the middle tier. This is in the C tier. It'd be C plus if it were a bit, more forgiving, but no. No, I played Crackdown a while ago. We'll have to play that a bit later. So this stays out of the favorites list. Some of these games I haven't played. Wonder Boy and Monster World, Wonder Boy 3. I guess I'll play those later. Virtua Fighter 2 is the bottom of the barrel, so it's better than Virtua Fighter 2. I will concede that. Virtua Fighter 2 is probably low-key one of the worst games on the console. I'm astonished at how poorly crafted that thing was. Dr. Bean Machine, Mean Bean Machine is not. It's better. Is it better than Sonic the Hedgehog? Honestly, I could play Mean Bean Machine for more than half an hour. I can't play Sonic the Hedgehog for more than half an hour. So it's in the Sonic tier, but not in the good way. That's probably a fair statement. Is it better than Fantasy Star 2 is oh god. Dude, Fantasy Star 2 is bad, but it's not punishing in the same way. But it is monumentally tedious if you try to play it the way it's supposed to be played. It is such a grind. And the fact that you can't even choose enemies, you can't target individual enemies, like that's brutal. So if we're doing a bubble sort, if we're doing Alex Kidd is trash. Like that's D tier. So Alex Kidd is not as good as Virtual Fighter 2. Alien Storm surprisingly good. I'll play that later. Altered Beast is trash. It's D tier. So we'll put it down there. So the bubble sort continues. Bonanza Brothers, it seems okay. Calms, it's in the C plus tier. It's a competent puzzle game. You could do worse. Is it better than Mean Bean Machine? Columns is more forgiving than Mean Bean Machine. So I give it its flowers. So I'll put Columns just ahead of Mean Bean Machine, sure. We'll play Columns 3 later. Decap Attack, I don't remember. I didn't like Decap Attack. I'll sample it a bit. No. I didn't like Dynamite Heady. Actually, I didn't play much of Dynamite Heady. Decap Attack, I played a bit of that 10 years ago, and it wasn't great. Actually, I think it was like 7 years ago I played that. So this is in the Columns tier, but it's just below it. Eastwatch trash. It gets better later, but I couldn't stand the first stage, so I'll probably play it later, but it's trash. Fatal Labyrinth is frustrating. Is it better than Mean Bean Machine? It's hard like Mean Bean Machine, but it feels more. It's way more substantial, I would argue. The problem is that it's just grossly unfair. So unless you cheat, you're not. It's really hard to make any progress in that game. It's a mystery dungeon game that's just way too brutal for its own good, which is kind of on brand for Sega, for being honest. So Fatal Labyrinth is like a C minus game that could have been a B minus game if it were less brutal and more rewarding in terms of your ability to survive. Flicky's a good game. We'll play that and gain ground. These are two of the better games in this collection. So the bubble sort continues. Yeah, it's like Tampa Bay got a field goal. Galaxy Force 2 is trash. Just like Super Thunderblade. Trash, D tier, probably E tier. Terrible forward scrolling Space Harrier-like game. I'll probably have to play it again later. Golden Axe is mediocre. It's better than I thought it was, but it's not great. It's a C minus tier at best. 2 and 3 aren't much better. They're both in the C minus D tier. We'll get some HD footage of that later. I did not like K Chameleon when I played it. We'll try it out later. Phantasy Star 3 is better than Phantasy Star 2, but mainly because you can actually target individual enemies. But again, I still think Phantasy Star 2 is too much of a grind. Again, very old game. In 1990, that was a typical grind for a lot of Japanese RPGs. It does not hold up now. I will play Phantasy Star 4 eventually. It is on my to-do list. But that's a deep dive. Like on a holiday weekend, I would have done that during a snowstorm. It's that kind of game. Rise Star, I always love coming back to. I haven't played these other games. We'll get around to it. Shinobi 3, I remember kind of liking. It might be in the B minus tier. I'll go back and play that. I'll get some HD footage of that. Spinball is trash. It's probably C. It's C minus at best. It's a mediocre pinball game, and the frame rate is god awful, which is unforgivable for a Sega Genesis game with Sonic in it. Unforgivable. Really choppy. Didn't really play. I played a lot of the 3D Blast game at a kiosk. It doesn't seem that interesting. We'll see how it goes. Base Harrier 2 is trash. Streets of Rage is overrated, but it's not terrible. In my heart, it's a B minus. But every time I play it, it kind of wears out its welcome. So it's probably a C plus game. But I think if I give it a C plus B minus, that's probably a fair ranking. It's it is the what is there's above average and then there's like it's so average. It's the most average above average game I think I've played on the Sega Genesis. Streets of Rage 2 is objectively better, but I don't know if it holds up. Streets of Rage 3 is probably trash, but I'll try it out later. The music is a mess, but I know what they were trying to do with it. Like AI music. Imagine. Oh, there's Terry McLaurin. Super Thunder Blade is trash. Sword of Vermilion is trash, but it had potential. It's probably a C minus game at best. It had potential though, but the combat is just so god awful. Revenge of Shinobi. I actually played that on the Model 1 Genesis. Great soundtrack. Really bizarre controls. Could not reliably do that double jump. And there are parts of the game that you cannot advance. Where you cannot advance. You can't do that very particular double jump. And remember, I'm playing on a Model 1 hardware on a CRT, and I can barely pull off that jump consistently. So that brings that game down to a C, and that should be a classic. And it's a C game at best because of that nastiness. It's such a nasty game with that because of that. It has potential though, but it's disappointing and overrated. Toe Jam and Earl, that's I did not play the randomized dungeon. I played the fixed dungeon. It's probably a C plus. Like it's a better version of Fatal Labyrinth in the sense that it's less brutal. It's very sluggish though. And if you're willing to play a dungeon crawler with no combat, it's not terrible. You could do worse, but it's a filler game. And again, the randomized gifts where it's like you get a present, you get a treasure chest, and there might be a bad gift inside of it. Kind of frustrating, but when you're learning how to play the game, you'll die a lot or you'll make a lot of dumb mistakes because you'll open a gift and you don't know what's in it, and you'll get something you don't want. So it's that kind of game. Every treasure chest is potentially a mimic, or a thanks I hate it gift. I never liked Vector Man. I'll give it a chance later. Wonder Boy 3 and 4 I barely remember. So Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is in the C tier. If there was an easier difficulty level somewhere, it would be, in other words, if there were more training wheels, I would argue the game would have potential. But this is just way too punishing. It's a puzzle game. There should be like the thing I like about Tetris Attack and Tetrisphere is that there's a much more gentle ramp for people who want to get comfortable with the mechanics. This game has very narrow play fields and very little room for error, and it's really frustrating. And the pieces go speed up way too quickly. So no, it's a frustrating puzzle game. What's the region? Japanese Dynamite Heady. I can't play Japanese Decap Attack though, but that's apparently that's a Mega Drive game that was where they completely redid the assets to make it more 90s and edgy, I guess. But they made it more. They took a cute Japanese game about throwing a top hat, I think, like Spike McFang, and they transformed it into like Mad Balls, Garbage Patch Kids art, and I was not a fan of that. But what are you gonna do? It's very Trapper Keeper, early 1990s middle school art. Not a fan of it. What are you gonna do? I was not a part of that. I was that age, but that was not the scene. That was not my scene when I was that age. So we'll come back and play more Genesis. Look, I'm in a retro mood now. I'm playing Genesis games. I'm playing NES games. I'm playing old arcade games. I'm using my Xbox One to play them. So we'll see how it goes. That was Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine on the Sega Genesis being played on an Xbox One. Part of the Sega Genesis Classics collection. Oh, that's right. I said I was going to let you hear the music. So we'll crank this up. We'll crank that Soldier Boy. So if I remove my headset, what happens? The audio might just cut off. We'll see what happens. There's more than one. There's more than one possibility here.